Welcome to Talking Boxing. Same as every Sunday. If this is your first time watching, it's not too complicated. We do the same thing every week. Sundays we talk about results. On Mondays we talk about the schedule. And on Wednesdays we talk about the news. I am currently on location, seeing as how I don't have work tomorrow. Cheers, everyone. That being said, some terrific fights went down this weekend. But before we get to that, just a couple reminders. If you need a link to a fight, send me a DM. I'll do what I can for you. If you got a question or comment, don't be shy. Go ahead and lay them down. I will help you out. Last but not least, share the fucking thing. Okay, so first off, although there was a lot of fights going down this weekend, and there's fights presently on DAZN right now, finishing up, but nonetheless, some good fights on DAZN. Lucas Batty in Niagara Falls. I do want to mention we had some terrific fights this weekend. Saturday afternoon in Ireland, the right thing happened despite the right lady losing. Katie Taylor stepped up, went up to another weight division, attempted to gain all the titles, and unfortunately it didn't go her way. Chantal Cameron was just that much better than her. Round after round, it was clear. It was apparent that she wasn't doing enough to win the fight. And luckily, despite it being in Ireland and despite it being Katie's homecoming, it was the proper result. So we did get the right result. Now, there will be a possible rematch, and Chantal Cameron is offering to go down in weight and challenge for Katie's titles for Undisputed. So another Undisputed fight. Interesting. I like the idea. It's a solid fucking fight. Now, Saturday night, the big fucking one. The thing we gotta talk about. Okay, let's do the undercard first. First, there's two names I gotta mention. Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason. I'm gonna say it 3 times because I hope you fucking retain it. The kid is fucking exquisite. Please look into him. Next, Junto Nakatani. I warned you guys last week. I told you guys it was probably going to be the fucking sleeper fight of the weekend, and it was. What a hell of a fucking fight. If you can, go look at Junto Nakatani. Since Naoya Inoue, there hasn't been another monster come out of Japan, and this kid is it. Some exquisite fucking boxing from him. Last but not least, the big fight. Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. Despite this being fucking heartbreaking, I fucking love the sport more. I know a lot of people are crying robbery and they're saying they're done with the sport and, you know, this is what's wrong with the sport. But the reality is, this was such a tightly contested, anticipated fight that it deserves this much kind of fucking speculation after the fact. This is my point. We knew this was going to be a fucking tight fight. We cannot be surprised that the results are being disputed. No matter what the results were going to be, they were going to be disputed. That's the first thing. The second thing, I've watched the fight 3 fucking times, and I scored it differently. Now, every time I've watched it, I've leaned more towards Lomachenko. But technically, I had Lomachenko winning no matter what. 115, 113. I gave him everything from the 8th round on. Now, looking at it several times and looking at the judges' scorecards, it is clear that rounds 5, 6, and 7 are a little bit confusing. But 5 and 6 are the main ones. Round 12 seemed to be confusing amongst the fucking judges. I personally was leaning towards Lomachenko because he kept the rhythm, he kept the momentum, and it was a continuation of round 11, which was a very clear Lomachenko round in my book. Now, the way I scored it a few times, the first time around, I had a 115, 113. By the time I was done, I had a 116, 112 Lomachenko. The only thing I can say to you is that this wasn't a robbery. Ladies and gentlemen, this was just a highly fucking contested, highly fucking tight fight. That's all this was. You can't fucking make it out to be anything else. It's unfortunate. But luckily, if we put pressure, if the fans are serious about this, we'll get it again. If we're willing to fucking double down on this, we want to fucking see it, we will get it. We need to fucking get it. No matter what, this was gonna be a fight that needed a rematch. That is my opinion. Carl Moretti, Dave Moretti, top rank and all the rest aside, scorecards and judges aside, rounds 5, 6, and 12 are very hard to fucking score. I have no problem with Devin Haney winning. I do have a problem with us not getting more of this. We need 12 more rounds of this. How great were those 12 rounds? Stop talking about how boxing is fucking horrible and doing bad, because those 12 rounds of boxing were some of the most exquisite boxing we've seen in a long fucking time. Every second counted. Every moment was fucking chess. It was exactly as advertised. I don't know why we're crying. We should be celebrating. We had a great boxing weekend, and we're gonna get more. Back Lomachenko for a fucking rematch. That's what I fucking say. So that's it for me. I blew through it this week, but then again, it is a long weekend, and yours truly wants to eat something. So just keep in mind, we'll be back here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. to do this week's schedule. We'll be back again on Wednesday for news. I'll leave you guys with the same thought I leave you with always. Life is short. Just be nice to each other. I'll see you guys tomorrow.